So let's talk about this upcoming full moon in the sign of Aries, which will happen on the 29th of September 2023 at exactly 6 degrees. So for everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle. I'm an intuitive astrologer. I combine my intuition with my knowledge of astrology, and this will be reflected in this video. So I will both use my intuition and I will talk about astrology. And today I will talk about the general description of this full moon when it comes to astrology, and then I will go into it for each and every single sign. But before I start, I want to announce the winner of the mini reading, and this is my amazing subscriber Dharma Folks 4554. You can see your reading at the end of this video. I will tune into your energy and see what kind of message I can deliver to you, and I'm going to do that with all my heart. So thank you so much for your loyal subscribe. And yeah, let's start with this full moon in Aries. So Aries rules the first house. So this is all about your identity. It's about being brave. It's a fire sign, right? And fire signs are really all about enthusiasm and following the gut feeling in the moment. So really making decisions in the moment because you just know what you have to do, right? And what is quite major this full moon is that the south node is in Libra and it is conjuncting Mars, okay? And Mars is in opposition with Chiron, which is also now pretty close to the north node, right? It's 7 degrees away. And what we see here is that Mars will bring up some frustrations, okay, when it comes to relationships. Because when we look at Libra, we're looking at balance, we're looking at relationships. So this can be romantic relationships, this could be business partnerships, this could be friendships, this could be just a feeling that something is stopping you from feeling complete harmony within, okay? Because when we look at the south node, we're going more inward, and when we're looking at the north node, we're going to look more outward, right? And it's also where we're gonna go to, our destiny. And when Chiron is coming closer to the north node, you bet the world is going to need a lot of healing. People are going to feel their pain regarding to, am I stepping into my true self? Am I stepping into my own power, my own leadership? Am I being as brave as I could to chase my dreams? And for a lot of you, you've already been feeling this, right? Like we had a whole season of retrogrades, and these retrogrades already brought up some themes that you're gonna have to kind of either change. The universe brings up sometimes something that isn't as comfortable to show you, are you on the right track? Are you on the right path? Or do you need to make some adjustments that are gonna bring you and help you transform into the person you want to be, transform you in the life you want to have, right? And sometimes, our relationships do not always have the right impact on us. So what can you do, right? The south node in your relationship, the frustrations, but also Mars is taking action. So what action can you take in order to heal this wound that you're feeling regarding, I cannot be truly myself? What is the block that tells you that you cannot be completely you, okay? And for example, I can tell my own example is that for a very, very, very long time, I was struggling with boundaries, okay? I was struggling with boundaries, and I was blaming the people around me that created chaos, that created, I blamed them because they were difficult. And they were. They were creating difficulty in my life, and I allowed them to do it. So I was the one who allowed them to disrespect me, to, you know, not fully embrace me for me, to not fully allow myself to be me. So I chose to surround myself with people, to surround myself with an environment that embraces me. Okay? And it wasn't anybody's fault but mine, right? And I heard someone talk in a video and I thought that was so inspirational. This person said, like, you know, you're safe because you live in your house, you know, and like, but if you open all the doors and all the windows of your house, you make it so easy for people to walk in. But anybody can walk in, right? So normally in your house, you open the door to people that you feel comfortable with and that you would like to host. And I know this story will inspire some of you to also find more harmony within by healing the situation, going within and healing the situation around you, okay? So what you do is immediately affecting the people around you. And of course, some people will be mad, okay? That happens. And sometimes people get mad if you are having strong boundaries. But you're gonna have to listen to this gut feeling, right? Aries is all about this gut feeling, this feeling of, this is what I'm going to do. That's why a lot of people with Aries energy or with a lot of planets in Aries, they are in jobs where they have to make immediate decisions. That's why they're so good at leadership. But what happens now with Chiron, that's been in Aries for so long and it's retrograde now, so it's really going inward as well, is that it's bringing up these blockages that are preventing you from being yourself, that are preventing you from stepping up, okay? And this is what is happening on a global level. People are starting to awaken. They're starting to see what is happening around them. But the problem is that when you awaken, you don't only see the good things, because there are many good things, but you will also see the bad things. And when you see the bad things, you get frustrated. And I'm so guilty of that sometimes, you know, and this is when your mind focuses on the bad, on all the suffering that's happening, and then you're going out of alignment, right? And this is, from this place, you cannot help people. So this is when you have to meditate and come back to yourself. And when you're back to yourself, to your alignment, you can help others by just being you, okay? No matter what your job is, doesn't matter, because you are here to fulfill a certain talent, and don't doubt it. It might seem strange to others, but actually it's not that strange. And then we're going back to Venus in Leo. Venus in Leo is all embracing your creativity. It's about expressing it. It's about living it, okay? What makes you happy? And it's squaring Uranus. So it's kind of a breakthrough, right? A breakthrough in, I want to express myself in new ways, and I'm going to suddenly deciding to do that, okay? This could be a sudden decision as well, because Mars is in a sextile with Venus, which is a nice aspect, right? But so the frustration you're feeling, because Mars is with the South Node and it's in a sextile with Venus, so that means you can create harmony from the frustration that you're feeling and taking action, okay? So where are you, if you're feeling snappy about something, that tells you something about what you're, about the situation around you, okay? Your body is really letting you know, your intuition is letting you know. So don't doubt your intuition, really, don't doubt it. And then Venus is in a square with Uranus. So this can be unexpected ideas coming up because we still have Mercury in Virgo, and Mercury loves being Virgo, right? It rules Gemini and Virgo, and it's about, and then Mercury is in a trine with Jupiter. So there are going to be a lot of ideas when it comes to making, how to make money, okay? Could be sudden. So maybe suddenly money goes out, money comes back in, or maybe you're investing money so you can, you know, receive more back on the long term. And we had Venus square Uranus before in the month of August because Venus was in a retrograde, right? And now it's in a forward movement again. So we're going to experience the same aspects, but now at least with Venus direct, but now with Uranus retrograde, okay? And Uranus retrograde has caused some obstacles, right? And we have seen so many earthquakes because Taurus is an earth sign, an earth element, and Uranus shakes things up. So you can imagine that Uranus is shaking up the earth, and this is sometimes the awakening that we need. We are mistreating the earth. But I do want to say with all my heart, all the victims of the earthquakes that we had, I really hope there's peace for their families and that they're all, I just want to send out, you know, my condolences because that's a very tough situation, okay? I'm just here to explain the astrology and not to make anyone feel bad, okay? Because I know that's a very, very tough situation. What else do we have? Mercury is trining Jupiter and also Uranus. So a lot of ideas will pop up. However, it's also opposing Neptune. So you will see this confusion as well. So it's like, okay, I have clarity, I have a lot of ideas, but then there's confusion. But in a positive way, this could be ideas coming through meditation. So write it all down. Maybe you don't see the big picture yet, but you can get some glimpses of ideas of things that you would like to do, okay? So write them down because that's going to be very key. Yeah, I'm definitely ready to start with all the signs. Let me get the chart up for Aries. So, I mean, you're gonna be in the picture anyways with this full moon, right? And yeah, this full moon is going to be in your first house, and it's opposing the sun in Libra in your 7th house. So you will see that there is going to be a subject about relationships, and Mars and the South Node are going to bring up maybe some obstacles that you're facing in your relationship, okay? There might be some argument happening, and if you are single, this could be a frustration about you being single, and maybe you want to take action on it, right? Maybe you feel, or maybe you're like, I actually don't want to be in a relationship for a while. I just want to let it go for now, and I want to focus on myself, okay? The North Node and Chiron in your first house, you might have felt sometimes that you had a tough time being alone, or you felt that you didn't want to fully show yourself and to show your strength to the world, like maybe afraid to stand up for yourself in a way that you know you can be, or you can express yourself. So you're going to heal this wound regarding who you are, and you're going to slowly step up because Chiron is in a trine with Venus in another fire sign of Leo, right? So you're going to find healing through expression, self-expression. Maybe you want to start with some hobbies, okay? Start with some creative projects that you were thinking about. Venus in the 5th house can bring a new relationship as well. Just make sure, because the South Node is with Mars, that you're kind of passing through these days and see what are actually your feelings about the person you're with, okay? I'm gonna get some cards as well. Yeah. This is a nice time to also spend with your children. So if you have kids, go with them to the park, go outside and really have a good time with them. Jupiter in your second house is trining Mercury in your sixth house, okay? So there might be some new job opportunities coming in for you. This would be this could be a job which gives you more money, okay? Which can bring you more money, but it would be in a similar type of job, okay? It would be in a similar type of job. Yeah, some of you are definitely switching jobs right now. Okay. Aries, time to go out and have fun, okay? Some of you really have been maybe sheltering yourself. Maybe you've been inside a lot and you've been a little bit in a serious mode, and it's time now to get out and to enjoy yourself. And also, for some of you that are in business, I feel that there are some low-hanging fruits, because look, I'm getting this card. So there are some low-hanging fruits for you to take in business. Yeah, don't overcomplicate stuff. I feel the answer is right in front of you, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Aries. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I also do private readings. You find my email in the description box below, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's move on to the next sign of Taurus. So my lovely Taurus, for you, the full moon in Aries is in your 12th house, okay? So, and it's opposing the sun in your 6th. And when the moon is in your 12th house, you're going to have to nurture yourself, take some rest, not overdo everything, because some of you are in a very exciting period in your life, but you forget to rest. But not just rest physically, but also rest mentally, Taurus, because I feel that some of you are having a lot of thoughts and it's really hard to put a pause onto it. So it's a great time to meditate and to really connect with the divine and with yourself to see how you're actually feeling. There might be some frustrations coming up regarding your work situation, okay? Because the South Node in Libra is in your 6th house. And it's in a conjunction with Mars, and that's opposing Chiron in the 12th house. So there is something about you hiding a part of your personality, maybe, when it comes to your work. Maybe you're afraid that people will talk about it. Maybe you're afraid that people will not accept that part of you when you're in the workplace. But I feel that the more you're trying to hide it, the more frustrated you feel. And maybe even people will start to notice that you're hiding something, okay? And this will create gossip in the workplace. So take your time to come back to yourself. Jupiter in the 1st house is definitely bringing a new start, a new beginning. Especially if your ascendant is Taurus and you have it already passing your ascendant, then definitely a new start is there for you. But if you are sun or moon, you have Jupiter in your sun and your moon, and that will increase your optimism, and that will at the same time increase your opportunities, because your energy is more optimistic. You will attract more things to you. So that's why I love working with energy. So my intuition, with energies, healing, and with astrology. Because it kind of matches all up. When you feel happy, you attract more things to you. Okay? Venus in the 4th house can indicate that you want to spend some time with your family, or maybe you want to redecorate your place and yeah, making it more beautiful, making it feel more creative so you can fully express yourself. Okay? Let's get you a card from this amazing, huge deck. Hey, Hey, sweetie. Do you want to say hello to everyone? I'm saying hello to all my Taurus. Yay! She always loves to be in the readings. Yeah. Okay, she wants to sit on my lap. That's fine. You can. You can do that. Okay, be aware of greed, I'm getting, okay? That's quite a harsh card. But I feel I'm gonna tone it down a little bit. I feel that you shouldn't want too much at the same time. So some of you, you're so excited and you want to have so many things at the same time that you're becoming very restless. And yeah, so be aware that you don't want everything at the same time and you leave something for later. This is really a Jupiter thing. It makes you very restless as well, right? You're so excited, you cannot wait. Like, whereas Saturn is like taking step by step to get things done, and Jupiter is like really restless, wants to do it now, wants to do it in a moment, is really excited, right? So yeah, be aware of that, my amazing Taurus. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Let's move on to Gemini. So my lovely Geminis, for you, this full moon in Aries is going to be in your 11th house. And 11th house is all about friendships, okay? And you had Chiron for a long time in your 11th house. So some of you really struggled with friendships, okay? Struggled with the community that you're in. Maybe you feel that when you're with your friends, you have to dim it down. So you have to make yourself smaller to adjust to a certain group. This also represents attracting people who need your help and you overly extending yourself to help other people. So right now, the North Node in Aries, coming closer to Chiron, is really telling you that you're gonna have to find your inner self within a group to heal this maybe insecurity of being around other people, okay? Because you can be yourself with the people you're with. And if you can't, Gemini, if that's not possible, you have to really question if you are with the right friends. Because if they can't take you for who you are and accept you for who you are, then you have to think, is this my tribe, okay? And the South Node with Mars in the 5th house in Libra can bring back, for example, an ex-lover that is going to be a little bit frustrated. This person might come back as a friend, but maybe it's not as a friend, okay? So be aware of that. With that placement, there might be some frustrations coming up regarding your romantic relationship. Maybe your partner feels you're too often with your friends, or you feel your partner spends too much time with their friends and you're just like not really comfortable with the situation. Also, this could be frustrations or disharmony with your children, okay? So find a way to heal the situation with your kids and to really talk it through. We have a positive aspect with Mercury trining Jupiter, and Jupiter is in your 12th house. So really speak from your intuition, from what you're really thinking. And Mercury is in the 4th house. So this is definitely, you can talk with your family and really reconnect and talk things through, okay? This is a good time to do that. Let me see if I can get you a card from this massive tea leaf deck. And then I want to give you another card as well. Okay. Whoa, we just talk about family, Gemini. Look at this deck. It has more than 200 cards. And what I got is affairs with your family. Tree. So this is your actual family and this is your tribe, your community, your friends. Look at this tree. So you're going to figure out who are your true friends, and who are not. Who's your family? So if your own family doesn't feel like your family, you're finding a tribe that feels like your family. Okay, and this can only happen when you're truly yourself, because if you're not truly yourself, you cannot surround yourself by people who are going to genuinely accept you for who you are. Okay, let me get you the other card as well. So easy when your cat is on your lap, right? Huh? Look at this baby here. Yes, she wants to be in the video. She always wants to be when I'm filming, right? Yes, so sweet. I love animals so much, right? Yeah, I love you too. I love you too. Okay, you can just sit back. All right. Okay, perspective. I'm getting perspective. This is a very important card. None of it matters. Zoom out, common ground. So find common ground with the people that you're with and find a different perspective to see the situation, okay? And with Chiron in Aries, this can only be done from your own perspective and what you can do to change what is happening around you, okay? So that's my message for you, my lovely Gemini. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I also do private readings. You find my email in the description box below. That's how you can book a reading with me. And thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you. Let's move on to the next sign of Cancer. So Cancer for you, Aries, is in your 10th house. And the 10th house is in the house of your career, okay? And you've been through a little bit of a dubious path when it comes to your career, when it comes to your public image, right? You had Chiron in the 10th house for quite some time, and it's like, you know, you're talented, you know, you can do the things you're doing, right? You know, you can chase your dreams and express your talents, but somehow you doubt yourself. Like somehow you feel that you're overly giving. You have to overly give in order to be appreciated. So with this full moon, it's going to be heightened that maybe you don't have to do as much as you think you're doing. And this could be, for example, your family telling you, no, you're spending too much time at work. Because the South Node is in Libra in a conjunction with Mars in the 4th house. So maybe the harmony at home isn't so good because you're exhausted from work, or you're not feeling completely good when it comes to your work, okay? So to find the harmony within your family, you're gonna have to find the balance between family and your work, okay? And know that you are enough and what you're doing is enough. You don't have to do much more. And Jupiter is in a nice trine with Mercury in the 3rd house. So it would be a good thing to have a nice talk with your friends, maybe because your community is really your support right now. Your friends are your support, okay? With Jupiter in the 11th house, you have a chance of finding your tribe, finding your people, okay? With Mercury in the 3rd house, in a trine with Uranus, you're gonna have a lot of new ideas. So maybe you want to do some workshops, maybe you want to launch something or work with a group of people when it comes to your work. It's also a beautiful time to do something on social media. But then again, Chiron brings up these woundings, like maybe you're not enough. But it's also a beautiful planet to do something with your spiritual journey, or to even become a professional healer, to become a therapist, or someone who is healing, you know, through their work. And there are many jobs that you can heal through your work, okay? So no matter what that is for you, you have a big opportunity there. Okay, let's get you a card. Also, Venus is in your second house, and you could be having unexpected money coming in from a friend, but also it could be unexpected money going to a friend, because Uranus is in a square with Venus. So make sure if you lend money is that you really want to give it to them. Okay, I'm having worry that someone is against you. And for some of you, this could be your partner. You could be doubting if the partner you're with actually wants the best for you, okay? And this could be because Pluto is in the 7th house. This could also be a business partner, okay? Yeah. Listen to your intuition. That's all I can tell you. That someone who wants the best for you will not make comments to you like, oh, you always get things done. Oh, you are so much better than me in that. That's not a compliment, okay? I just want to make sure someone who's excited for you and happy for you, that's a true friend. That's a true love. Not someone who wants to put you down. So this is how you know that the person you're with is actually good for you. And I feel some of you that are watching are having anxiety problems. So maybe you have some type of anxiety, and this could be anxiety of performance. If you feel that way, just take it one step at a time and know that you are valuable and you are worthy, okay? Because you're so worried that other people might perceive you as maybe an imposter or someone who's not good enough. But, you know, if you think you're good enough, other people will reflect that back to you. So listen to your intuition and find this inner strength, the South Node with Mars, because the 4th house is also your root. So find the strength, the root, to heal this situation and to know that you are enough, my lovely Cancer. So that's my message for you. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you want to, you know, this is how I know you want to see many more of these videos. I also do private readings. You find my email in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and I love making these videos. So thank you so much. Let's move on to the next sign of Leo. So my lovely, lovely Leos, how are you doing? For you, we have this full moon in Aries in your 9th house. And the 9th house is all about traveling. It's about learning. It's about higher learning, right? So some of you are starting a new course at this time, or you're maybe going on a trip. I do want to say, because the South Node is in a conjunction with Mars, so there might be some inner frustrations coming up, like, can I do this study? Am I smart enough? Am I good enough to do it? You know, but these frustrations you can turn into action. So sometimes being frustrated, you can be angry, and this anger can actually put you through this situation. So don't be ashamed if you're having a moment of frustration, okay? This can always happen. Yeah, so if you're studying something or you're starting a new job and you feel a bit frustrated because maybe it goes too fast, or actually my intuition is that you might know so much more than you think you do. Like maybe you feel that you have to set the standard so high, because I know, Leo, you have high standards for yourself and high standards for other people, okay? And this high standard can result into frustration because you think that you always need to excel like immediately, but sometimes you have to grow into something, grow in a study or grow into a job, and then you will excel. And you have Venus in your sign, so you definitely have this super magnetic vibe around you. So you will see that you attract a lot of people around you, a lot of beautiful situations. If you're on social media, wow, you can get a lot of new subscribers or followers, okay? Step into this leadership. Now is the time to do it. Especially Leo Ascendant, okay? Especially Leo Ascendant are going to have a great time when it comes to career. There are going to be a lot of opportunities. If you're going on a trip around this time, just make sure everything is arranged. There might be some frustrations on the way, okay? There might be some things that maybe are not going as smooth. Try to put frustration into action. So if something goes wrong, take action to solve the issue, okay? Saturn in the 8th house might bring some problems regarding papers. So make sure get all your papers in order. And if you cannot do everything by yourself, just get some help, someone to help you, okay? Let's get you a card. I have this massive deck, and we're going to let the divine choose the card that's for you. Okay, unsettled times, need to plan ahead, okay? What do I feel with this? Some of you are pregnant or expecting, and this feels like something unsettling, something new. This can also be a new birth of a job or a project, and you feel unsettling. You feel it's something new, right? So that's going to be confusing. That's going to be scary. Pluto, especially if you have an early degree Leo ascendant, you have Pluto very close to the descendant. So I wouldn't recommend going into any business partnerships. And if you do, you can be this power couple or power business team. Just make sure that you don't have power struggles with each other, okay? Yes, I feel a little bit of scared energy, but you're gonna turn that into success, okay? So keep going, hang in there. You're on the right path, on the right track. Know that you can do this. Okay, some of you are definitely going to sign contracts with Mercury trining your Jupiter in the 10th house. So you're signing a contract for a new job. But Mercury is also in opposition with Neptune. So make sure that the contract is telling the truth when it comes to numbers. So whatever contract you sign, can be anything, make sure that it is correct. Okay, that's my recommendation for you. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. Subscribe to my channel so you help me, so I know that you want to see many more videos, and I will keep posting them online. I also do private readings. You find my email in the description box below. Thank you so much, Leo. I so appreciate you. Until next time, and let's talk to my lovely Virgos. So Virgo, your season is going to be over. That sounds so depressing. I hope you had a lovely birthday. Maybe when you're still watching this video, it's still Virgo season, so then happy birthday. But for you, this full moon is going to be in your 8th house, and the 8th house is all about contracts. It's about contracts with third parties like the government or insurance companies or your pension. So make sure these are all in order. And you know, with the South Node and Mars in a conjunction, there could be some frustration coming up about money, okay? There could be some unfair situation that had happened, and that brings some frustration, but also this Mars brings you inner strength and action to actually solve the issue, okay? To solve the problem. And it might actually be that you're getting money back through this solution, or a court case, like some of you are going through a court case. And with Chiron in the 8th house, there's definitely a fear of opening up as well. So a fear of being vulnerable, or maybe a fear of taking action towards this difficult situation. So this is not the time to look away and let it slip away, but this is the time to open up, to find your strength, and also to be vulnerable, because 8th house is about vulnerability and transformation. So what needs to transform or to change in order to have the situation that you desire, the good outcome you desire, right? Because giving everything away in money or love or any situation that you're in is not going to solve the problem. It's not going to do that, okay? Saturn is at 1 degree retrograde and is in your 7th house. For some of you, if your sun or rising, it's going to be in opposition with your sun or your moon. So there are going to be some restrictions regarding your sun identity or your moon emotions. So it might feel like you're feeling a little bit trapped in your own body, okay? This is to really dive deep within and feel what is blocking your emotions, what is blocking you from truly expressing yourself. Also, Saturn is about hard work, so working hard on your emotions by watching these videos or doing meditation or going to a therapist. So you're in this transformative situation, and also with Saturn in the 7th house, you want a partnership that is loyal. You're willing to work hard, but it's all or nothing. You don't want to do the health work with Saturn there, okay? It's about maturity. It's about really being mature and, yeah, finding the right person for you, and otherwise you'd rather be alone, because Virgo, you're the hermit. You don't mind being alone. You're one of, Virgo energy is really about the hermit, and it's about thought processes, and it's about restructuring, okay? Jupiter in your 9th house can definitely bring in a lot of travels. So you might go on a trip. You have Mercury in the 1st house trining Uranus and Jupiter, so this might actually be an unexpected trip, like maybe you're suddenly gonna go somewhere, and yeah, this could be bringing a lot of resolutions to the things that are going around you in your home situation, okay? Venus is still in your 12th house, and that means that there's still this feeling that some type of love is missing, okay? And you can only tune into this love through meditation, through hobbies. There's just some karmic lessons are gonna come up regarding your love situation. Okay, I have this whole deck here, Virgo. Let's get you a card to see what you can do next. Whew. Celebration, fun, enjoyment. It's time to celebrate. It's time to enjoy yourself. Okay, so this might definitely be through a trip, or maybe you want to do a study that you were thinking for such a long time to do. You just want to experience financial freedom, okay? Freedom in your finances. You have Taurus in your 9th house. Taurus is about finances, and Jupiter wants freedom. So you want to learn how to be financially free, but in order to attract the money you want, you have to become free yourself. So if you're not free and you're always watching your money, that's not gonna attract the money that you like or the financial freedom that you want, okay? You have to find freedom in your day-to-day task. Are you in a job that makes your heart sing? If not, it's gonna be really hard for you to feel this freedom, okay? So I do hear many people that say, oh, I work only 2 hours a day and I earn a lot of money. This is possible, of course, but it's not always true, because they make videos on YouTube, they have to edit them, they have to sit down, they have to record them, they have to put courses together. So in the end, these people are also working, The thing is that they don't see work as work, right? So you're gonna have to find something that you really love. Like, I really love astrology. I really love psychology. I love the supernatural. I'm so eager to learn about it, to know about it. And I work with websites. I love, love, love writing. So sometimes I work 7 days a week, but it doesn't feel like work. Like, I would take the afternoon off and relax and go to the beach and do something nice, right? So it's about finding enjoyment in your day-to-day tasks, finding enjoyment in who you are. Okay, strong emotion, passionate love or hate, fire. This is the south node, right? With Mars, it's gonna bring on some frustration, and this could also be in your relationships, okay? Yeah, there could be some disagreements or frustrations. Make sure to talk about it, or, you know, take a separate holiday and come back together and talk things through, because it can bring up some fiery emotions, but it will lead to happiness. Because when something is frustrating, you know, of course this placement brings it to your attention, but it's always something that was already frustrating to you, that was already frustrating you, okay? So it's not something new, something that the sky is doing to you. It brings up what is in you to the surface, okay? That's my message for you, my amazing Virgos. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. My fellow Virgos, I so appreciate you. You're truly amazing, and keep going. You're doing so well. And I hope to see you next time. So let's move on to the next sign of Libra. Okay, Libra. So for you, Aries is in your 7th house, right? 7th house of partnerships, business partnerships, marriage, but sometimes hidden enemies as well, okay? What is happening is that there could be some frustration in your relationship popping up. Maybe you crave some time alone, okay? There is something that's frustrating you. Maybe you feel that you can't be fully yourself, or that you haven't spent enough time by yourself. But whatever frustration comes up is for you to bring up and to heal with your partner, okay? Just make sure you cool down, because we're dealing here with Mars, and Mars is all about fiery energy, okay? So it can be quite frustrations and anger, but it can also be action. So taking action on the situation and move forward. So if you're single, this could be a frustration that maybe your relationship that you would like to have hasn't come yet. Why can't I meet the person that I would like to be with? Why does it take so long? Okay. Or it could be the other extreme. I don't want to be in any relationship. I want to be single. I don't want to meet anyone. So these type of emotions are going to come up around this full moon. And with Venus there in your 11th house, you can find support with your friends right now. So it's a really beautiful time to hang out with your friends, to do something creative, to have fun, enjoy yourself, okay? Because some of you need a bit of a break. Yeah, because if you're in a relationship and you're all the time together, that can create tension, okay? That can create sometimes you need to have your own way, okay? So I'm definitely talking to some people that have been too intense with their partner, and now it's gonna, like, the tiny things will start to frustrate you, right? Like towels on the floor, not cleaning up the plate, not doing that. Tiny things will start to annoy you. So come back to yourself, okay? And Jupiter in the 8th house is definitely helping you transform. And also, this is a beautiful placement to get investments in a business, to receive money from another source, okay? Or someone who married rich. Could also be. Yes, sweetie. Oh, my cat is next to me. Yeah, are you sleeping? She loves being here in the video. So I'm letting her sit now with me, and that's so different than her meowing and running around. I just realized that actually she just want to be here with me when I do the videos. So I'm just gonna let her sleep. I want to put her up to show you, but yeah, she's in a deep sleep. So Libra, look at this arrow. I'm talking to someone very goal oriented, okay? I'm seeing you're being very determined. So this frustration is gonna pinpoint what you want. This is gonna be like, yes, I want to do this. Yes, let's go. I'm gonna go to this goal. You are on the right path, it says, regarding some aspect of your life. So you're gonna have certain clarity. It's gonna pop up and it's gonna be like, yes, this is what I want to do. I feel this determined energy, like, yes, let's go. This is it. This is my time now. Yes. What do we have here? Forge, don't follow. Okay? So there is something within you that feels, I don't want to follow anymore. I want to lead. I want to take things in my own hands. I want to get this done. Yes. This girl is spreading her skirt out. She's like letting the air in. Okay, so if you've been in a very tense situation, no matter what that means for you, you're gonna break free from it, Libra. You're gonna break free from this situation. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. So if you feel like you've seen bad leaders, don't become that one. Become the leader you wish you had. That's such a deep phrase, right? To become someone that you would like to see in others. And that's what you're on a huge journey right now, Libra. And before I forget, happy birthday. happy birthday to you, Libras. I hope you have an amazing birthday. Don't forget to manifest on your birthday. When the sun is on your sun, spotlight is on you. And you can attract to you the things that you would like to have, okay? So your manifestation powers are going to be extra strong. Yeah. Also, I see you need some time in nature for some of you. Are you like, someone who's watching is going to visit a waterfall or a river. Wow. You're definitely on a way to spiritual development, to spiritual growth. You've learned so much. This was maybe also true, maybe some difficulty in relationships that have brought you back, because you're the sign that relates to other people. That's how you learn. You learn from one-to-one relationships with people. So keep going, keep thriving, and stand in your power. And do whatever feels right for you. Go to your tribe and be with your friends, or be alone and and just thrive. That's my message for you. Thank you so much, Libra. I really, really appreciate you. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Let's move on to the next sign of Scorpio. Let me get a deep breath. Yeah, okay. Sometimes when I talk too much, I feel like getting... I need some air. Okay, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. This full moon in Aries is going to be in your 6th house. And 6th house is about your work. It's also about your health, okay? And the North Node now is in your 6th house. So definitely a lot of you are going to work on your health. The North Node is coming closer with Chiron. So really, your body is going to show you what you need to pay attention to when it comes to your health, okay? So if you have a lot of headaches, or you feel tight in the chest, or your throat hurts, you're going to see where and what you need to heal around this time, okay? I'm 100% fan of the science, so doctors, and then I'm 100% fan of mixing spirituality with the doctor, okay? So always go to the doctor if you feel anything, but also you can really check within your body, where does it come from? You can ask your body questions in a meditation, like, where does this frustration come from that I'm feeling? Because Mars is going to be in the 12th house together with the sun. So you're gonna need to have a lot of rest. You need to rest, so you are going to be ready for your season, okay? And it's going to be a big one, because we're gonna have another eclipse season coming up, okay? Very soon, in October. So you need to rest, and you're working on cleaning up your vibrations, your negative energy, and maybe there are some people that are gonna come forward that are maybe not truly your friends with Mars and the South Node here, okay? This could be a little bit of a surprise, but at the same time, this can help you understand who is your true tribe and who is not, okay? So it's better to know the truth than to not know the truth, right? So the universe will show you these little signs. At the same time, Venus in your 10th house is making you very magnetic. The moon in the 6th house as well, you have with this full moon. So there could be a new job offer coming in. Venus is in a square with Uranus. So some of you could suddenly meet someone new through work. Okay, so Jupiter in your 7th house can definitely bring new love into your life if you're single, or could bring a marriage, a proposal, or just a very committed relationship into your life, okay? Yeah. If you're an early degree Scorpio, Pluto is very close to your 4th house, to your IC. So this could create some problems in your family situation, okay? This is for Scorpio ascendant only. Same as Saturn in the 5th. So be aware of your family situation and see the lessons you can learn. Stand in your power and commit to making things work. But what I mean is best for you, okay? Don't overly extend to please others. Don't entertain power struggles if there are any. Stay in your own power, and from your intuition, you're gonna listen to what you need to do. And this is how you can solve this situation, okay? All right. Seek out information that can help you, Scorpio. Okay. So if you are going to have a new job, maybe you need some more information that are going to help you excel in this job. Or if you're already doing your thing or you have your own business, I feel that if you do more research, you can actually get more things done. All right, I'm back. I just needed to drink some water because my throat is really in a process of healing and I needed some water. And then I realized I didn't put it next to me, but on the other side. So I had to get some water. So yeah, seek out information that will help you. So it could be that you can learn something more. You can do some more research on Google, by reading books. And this is going to help you to obtain this goal that you would really wish to have, okay? May this be a relationship, may this be a job. You just need some more research, okay? And I know my Scorpios, you love research, you love psychology, so for you that won't be much of a problem. Yeah, you can have some great talks with your friends, and actually for some of you, a friend might turn into more than just a friend, okay? Because Mercury in the 11th house is trining Uranus and Jupiter. November. So something big could be happening in November. And for some of you, it's your birthday, right? But it's like the sun is coming up behind the horizon. So some of you Scorpios have definitely been in a very, very difficult time. Things have been really tough, okay? And it's almost like the sun is going to show itself again. You're gonna see more sunshine in your life, especially when your season is starting, right? Then we have all the planets out of the 12th house. But if there's any sign that can deal with difficult situations, it's you, Scorpio, because you have the power from Pluto to regenerate after things get uncomfortable, or you always can come back to yourself and come back to life, right? After maybe a dark period. And Scorpio is the sign you have to see the darkness in life. This is how you help people. You are not afraid to go there, to have dark emotions, to go there, to go into the underworld. And then you take this information and you go back to the light. Okay? So now you took this information, you took all that you needed in order to come back to the light and to help the world transform. Okay? That's why you're a good match with Aries, because you're both very, very brave signs. So, see, pleasure with a close friend. So some of you are definitely gonna have a great time with a friend. All right, honor and respect will come to you. You know, Scorpio, you don't speak loud about what you do. You do a lot behind the scenes, but people are gonna see what you've been doing. So expect some compliments, expect some people praising you, and just take the compliment, okay? Take the compliment. So that's my message for you, my amazing Scorpios. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. You can book a private reading with me as well. You find my email in the description box below. I hope to see you next time. You're the best. Let's move on to the next sign of Sagittarius. All right, so we have this full moon in your fellow fire sign in the 5th house. And Aries here is really gonna bring up some creative ideas, okay? So some of you are kind of frustrated when it comes to friendships, okay? The South Node is in a conjunction with Mars, and it's opposing Chiron and the North Node. So it's almost like some frustrations in your relationships with your friends are gonna inspire you to create something or to do something creative, okay? There might be some conflict with friends that you're trying to avoid, but Mars here is going to really make you take action on it, right? But Chiron feels that it hurts, because sometimes bringing a difficult message is hard. It's very hard to bring a difficult message, okay? And there could be a situation with your children as well, right? Maybe you had to take care of your children because they needed a lot of your help, and you sometimes forgot about yourself. You forgot about you, and your friends might be frustrated about it, okay? Yeah. There's just a little bit of an imbalance between who you are, what you want, what others want, and it feels like a lot of things are going on in your life. And it is a beautiful time for you to travel, because Venus is in your 9th house and it's not retrograde anymore, right? And Venus is in a square with Uranus, so it could be that there's a lot of work And Jupiter in the 6th house does bring a lot of work, or brings more work into your life. And Uranus there makes it that you want to be free. You don't want to stick to the standard routines, or you don't want to have too much authority. You are someone that likes to be free. So some of you might travel and work, or you're just gonna go on an unexpected trip, or work is sending you on a trip. Yeah, Mercury's in a trine with Jupiter and Uranus. So there's definitely a chance of a new job coming in, or new clients. Okay, I'm getting a Fairman. Let's ask some more explanation on this. We have so many cards here, right? 200. You feel something is lacking in your life. I want to say in your house. So maybe you should check your house and see if there is something that you think is lacking, or you want to redecorate something. Perhaps money, goals, or maybe you're lacking money to get the house that you want, or there could be some obstacles because Saturn is in the 4th house, and this could create a more difficult situation when it comes to moving. This doesn't make it very smooth. This can make it more difficult. Okay, so it might cost more than you thought it would cost. Yeah, I'm getting unsettled times. So there might be a man in your life that's maybe blocking things for you. This could be a friend. This could be a family member, or someone around you that is kind of giving you the wrong advice. Okay? But I feel that there's a lot of things happening at the same time, Sagittarius. It's like very good things are happening, and then at the same time, a lot of things are happening around you. I feel like you're the center of a lot of gossip. Okay. Getting together with friends, yes. You see, but there's 2 dogs here, and I feel that some of your friends have 2 faces. Okay, so make sure that you know who is who, because it's like time to get out of a situation. Okay, so there is a situation and the bucket is full. The bucket is going up, 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 and you're like, okay, enough is enough, and you're gonna stand up for yourself. Yeah. The truth of a situation is gonna come forward, and you're making this big realization, okay? And this could also be through traveling or through having a break. You definitely might be, sorry guys, my throat was fully healed, but when I'm speaking so much, I still feel this cough coming up. I definitely feel that I'm going through this massive upgrade where my throat chakra is being cleared and cleansed. Yeah. No, and it wasn't COVID, by the way, if you were thinking. Yeah. You need a lot of rest because there's a lot of decisions to make. I feel a lot of good things, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of everything, okay? So make sure that you do not put yourself out there and then lose track of who you are, okay? So stay with yourself, Sagittarius, and trust that the situation will work out exactly how it's supposed to go, even though if it's uncomfortable, okay? So that's my message for you. I truly appreciate you. You're amazing. Keep going. You're on the right track. Trust the universe. Know that things will work out for the highest form, for your best self, okay? Thank you so much, and I'm ready to move on to the next sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn, for you, Aries is in your 4th house. And 4th house all has to do with your family. It has to do with your roots, so where you come from, but also how you are rooted in your body and your ancestors. So this full moon is going to highlight your family situation, okay? And with Chiron here in the 4th house, there's just a really difficult situation where you feel like you have to take care of maybe a family member. It could be that the home situation, so fourth house is also your house. So depending with who you live, there might be some difficulty there as well. And this can come through frustrations from work, because the South Node in the 10th house and Mars brings frustrations in the workplace, okay? So sometimes you can bring these frustrations home, or you're feeling frustrated at work because your family situation is tough, your house situation or with whom you're living, you're having some problems with. Your energy goes through that situation and you forget to pay attention in the job. So keep your eyes open, okay, and find the balance between family life and work life. No matter what your home situation is, no matter who your family is, you're gonna have to focus on healing who you are in this dynamic. Who am I in my family? Who am I in comparison to my friends? Okay, and what can I heal to be 100% myself, no matter what the consequences are? Okay, Venus in your 8th house is going to help you with your transformation. It can also bring in money. Money from the government, money from an insurance. This could be money from an inheritance, okay? And this could be sudden. Could be very sudden. It might even be money from a partner or, yeah, a romantic partner, because it's squaring Uranus in the 5th house. Just make sure that you're not overly spending your money on your kids right now, right? Give them, of course, what they need, but not go over your budget. So make sure to budget things well. And I know life is so expensive right now, so just make sure you budget things so you're not getting too much over budget, okay? There's definitely a chance of meeting someone new for a lot of you Capricorns, because Jupiter is in the 5th house. So if you're single, go out and about. I don't know, however you would like to meet someone. You can do it on dating apps. You can have fun. Jupiter in the 5th house wants you to have fun, wants you to find hobbies, find like-minded people. Okay? Temptation will test you. So there might be some test before you meet the right person. Or if you are in a relationship, you might get some tests from people that are acting interested, but maybe it's just a game to see how far they can get you. Okay? Involvement with the law. So we talked about this before, right? There could be a settlement to a court case. There could be some tax papers that need to be solved. Yeah. But definitely, most likely it's a positive outcome. Definitely there will, if children are involved in this court case, there will be some type of settlement. Final answer coming in. I'm getting spiritual love. So a lot of you have found true faith in this situation. And also, I see that you are meditating a lot. A lot of you Capricorns are meditating a lot. And you're finding love through God, through the universe. Okay? Maybe you met someone that's inspiring you to be the best version of yourself. Okay. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. You see? And also I see some indecisiveness. So there might be some choices that you're going to have to make that are going to be difficult. This could be a move. Maybe you're thinking about moving. It's a difficult choice, right? With Chiron in the 4th house, though, it could be a difficult move. So think things really through and see how stable the job is that you're in right now. Okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Capricorns. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Let's move on to the next sign of Aquarius. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And for you, Aquarius is in your 3rd house. And 3rd house is all about communication. And with Chiron here, together with this moon, right, in the 3rd house, there could be some issues coming up regarding communication, okay? So maybe you've been afraid to speak up about a certain situation because Chiron in the 3rd house has been opening up these woundings towards you speaking up. And the 9th house, so this North Node is so close with Chiron now, and the South Node is with Mars in your 9th house. And definitely there might be some frustrations coming up in the communication with a partner, or some kind of situation that needs, it's like this anger is coming up and you need to vocalize it. So whatever it is that you've been holding back, it's time to speak up and, you know, let someone know how you truly feel, because it's going to be very hard for someone to understand you if you're not vocalizing it, okay? Venus is in your 7th house. So some of you are definitely moving in suddenly or moving out with a partner. Venus is squaring Uranus, okay? So there is some sudden movement. Jupiter in the 4th house definitely indicates a move. For some of you, you're moving, you're buying a house, you're selling a house. And this is the right time to do it. And it can be quite sudden, okay? It might be that some things are going high in frustration now and you're just gonna do it. You're just gonna go for it. Yeah. Saturn in the 2nd house might be restricting a bit of your money. So there might be a little bit less income. So make sure to budget everything. And Saturn wants you to work hard for your money. So you might even get a really good job, but it takes a lot of hard work to get the results that you would like to have, okay? Dealings with an older man. For some of you, this is your grandfather. And this could be someone who can give you advice on the situation that you're in, if your grandfather is still alive. If not, this could be your father. But some fatherly figure might be able to help you in this situation. Also, some of you are going on a trip, but this trip might not be completely flawless, okay? There might be some frustrations there, some delays maybe. And you're gonna have to speak up against, for example, an airplane company, or like the tour you booked wasn't fully as you expected, or wasn't well organized, or suddenly canceled. This could happen with this placement. And I know I don't want to sound too negative, okay? I'm just informing you what the stars are saying, but I always want to provide you with a solution. So it's really time to speak up and to stand up for yourself and not to let things go away, which sometimes, Aquarius, you don't want to create disharmony and you're just gonna let it go and think like, you know, I don't care that much. I'm gonna just, you just detach, right? And you're detaching in order to avoid it, but sometimes you have to deal with it. Okay. We're getting another man card. Dealings with a man. This could be your partner. Someone is extremely stubborn and unable to change. So you're dealing maybe with a romantic partner, a friend, a boss that is not willing to change. And now it's up to you. Are you willing to change? Are you willing to take the step? Are you willing to speak up? Because it's gonna be hard to let someone else change, right? Like, you cannot make someone change for you. I remember. So go into your meditation and remember, what is my lesson? What do I need to do? Soul plan, the fated life versus destiny in life. So you can't control or avoid lessons, because they will keep come up until you're so tired that you're gonna let go of it. So let life decide your destiny, because sometimes something better is waiting for you. And if you're sticking to this old job, the same partner that is not willing to change for you, okay, that is not willing to change for you, it's time to listen to destiny, okay? It's time to take matters in your own hands, Aquarius. Sometimes the outcome is different than what you wanted it to be, because it's scary to change. It's scary to do things you don't want. Baby steps, you see? Take baby steps, one step at a time. You don't have to make drastic changes, but action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. And how beautiful these cards are in alignment. And this is the universe. Everything is in alignment exactly how it's supposed to be. So you don't have to worry about the outcome, okay? Give the worries to your angels, to God, to your guides, okay? Free yourself. That's what I'm hearing. Free yourself. So that's my message for you, my amazing Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And also, you can book a private reading with me if you're interested. My email is in the description box below. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Let's move on to the next sign of Pisces. So this is for Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising. And for you, this full moon is going to be in your second house. And second house is all about your self-worth, your money. And when the moon is in your second house, it's all about finding ways of making new money. And Chiron in your second house has really been hurting you or bringing up your woundings regarding money. Like, are you overly spending, or did you have to pay a lot of bills? There might be some frustrations coming up regarding your money. The South Node is with Mars in your 8th house. So there could be some problems regarding your taxes, your insurance. This could have to do with any type of third-party papers that you need to fill up regarding money. Okay, so I cannot recommend you during this full moon to really invest in something really big. Yeah, because there might be some frustrations, like maybe it's not working out the way you want to. You've invested money in something, and now you're like, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to move on? So you can make a money plan during this full moon to see what you can do to save the money you need in order to reach your goals, okay? Venus in your 6th house is definitely helping you and giving you the appreciation you need when it comes to your work. So your speaking abilities with Jupiter in the 3rd house are beautiful or insane right now. You're very articulate. If you're on YouTube or you're doing anything with coaching or speaking or writing, people are going to listen to you. Your words are magic right now, Pisces, really are magic. And Jupiter and Uranus make a trine to the 7th house, so you can have a beautiful time with your romantic partner right now. You are able to speak up or speak with, or, you know, whatever comes up, or inspire people. If you're in a business partnership, you might come to a beautiful idea together, something that you would like to take action on. So yeah, overall, it's gonna be a really positive time. Just take care of your finances. Make sure you've done everything correctly. Get an accountant if you need to. Disappointment in a friend or a lover. And looking at your Pluto in the 11th house, you might be disappointed in a friend. This friend might have given you the wrong advice. So you're always going to have to listen to your intuition, because sometimes people around you have different experiences than you. So they give you advice from what they've been through, their fears, their things, but they are not giving you advice from your perspective. And for me as a reader, I always have to be so careful that when I do readings, that I adjust to their energy to see what they need in their situation, because we are not all the same. One advice doesn't apply to all, right? You have to listen to your intuition. So yeah, be aware. Who are you listening to? What advice are you taking on? Okay, changes in your life. So there are big changes happening, and maybe you just became self-employed, or maybe you're actually moving, or it could just be an emotional shift that you've made. Let me have some water. I'm fully healed from my 2 weeks being sick, but sometimes I'm still coughing, especially when I talk so much. But yeah, Saturn in the first house is bringing a lot of responsibilities for you. So, you know, it could be Saturn in your first house with the ascendant in Pisces. If you have Sun between 0 and 5 degrees, you're gonna feel that it's gonna really be heavy on your shoulders. There are gonna be more responsibilities. You're gonna feel more restricted than usual. Same with Moon. If you're between 0 and 5 degrees, Moon in Pisces, you will feel this equally, okay? Okay, dealings with an older man. Okay. This could be your parents, because I'm getting a woman and a man. Family sorrow, okay? So there might be some things that you're carrying for the family. There might be some things that you have to deal with when it comes to family. Yes, there might be some depression happening in your family and you want to help. Or maybe with the 8th house, Mars and, you know, the Sun, you are really transforming and healing from childhood trauma, okay? But definitely there might be some sorrow happening, or there might be a passing in your family. And if that's true, I'm so sorry. But if someone is passing, do a little prayer and make sure that they are going to a beautiful place, to the light, and, you know, so they can be fully in peace. Okay? Because we're all gonna go one day, and we don't want to hold anyone back from going to this beautiful place, because when you are trying to hold someone on earth, they cannot peacefully transfer. So give them the love and light to transfer, okay? Yeah, so that's my message for you, my lovely Pisces. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. So, okay, last but not least, the winner of the mini reading, right? I promised, for Dharma Folks for 554. So if that's you, I need some time to tune into your energy, okay? Okay. I feel something under in my stomach. So I'm getting a feeling of a little bit of fear. And that's because you've been through so much. There's a feeling of fear in your body, okay? And this has to do with, I feel a lot of changes and responsibilities are coming onto you. So it's like part of you is really excited for a new start, but part of you is really attaching a little bit to the old. So I feel that maybe you've been through a move, or you moved like a different location, and you're kind of coming back to where, or you're going back to your childhood place, but there is a part of you that's looking back, okay? Yeah. If there's no love in your life yet, I do see someone strongly next to you. Someone who is very stable, but can sometimes pull you in a little bit too much. So you need to tell this person that you need some space sometimes. This person can be a little bit clingy, but not in a bad way, okay? Not in a bad way, but you're gonna have to take some time for yourself, because you need, for you to make decisions, you need to be separate. You can't make decisions in the presence of other people, because you're very, very intuitive. I'm speaking to someone who is extremely intuitive. And once you are with other people in the room, you might enmesh your energies with those of someone else, okay? Very sensitive. Maybe, are you a reader yourself? You're able to read. Child of the cosmos. I knew it. You're child of the cosmos. So I don't know if you're reading as well, but I feel that there a lot have happened to you, okay? So this victim consciousness has to integrate now into inner love and inner power, because people can feel your light and can attack you, okay? This keeps you in the victim consciousness, but I feel the moment you're going to embrace your power and embrace your strength, not power as in manipulation, right, or control. I mean, you're embrace who you truly are, you're gonna find a tribe to support you. Because sometimes you are so nice, you want to do so good for the world that you lose yourself in the process, okay? I'm getting lost lands. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So it's about the activation of what you know you're able to do. You have a very, very beautiful heart, okay? So don't give it away to the wrong people, because you want to help, and other people can see that you want to help them, but it's at the cost of who you are. And you're gonna have to find a way to help people, not at the cost of yourself, okay? Not at the cost of who you are. Baby steps. So one step at a time. I don't know, there's something you do for work, but now you're gonna add an extra layer to it, and it feels more independent. Yes, a lot of your journey is also alone, okay? I feel sometimes you want to collaborate, and that's ended up in a little bit of disappointment. I hear work alone. You have the strength to do that. Okay? So it doesn't mean be alone, but work alone, and then you can have a tribe around you. But I feel if you are trying to go with other people, you're gonna carry their pains, their responsibilities. But take the leap of faith. You're very close to where you need to be, okay? One step at a time. You should go to Scotland one day. You have a very strong connection with Scotland. Going to this like old churches or ruins is going to be very good for you. You're going to connect there to the earth. So that's my message for you. I hope you liked it. Thank you for being a subscriber. I really appreciate you, and I always want to do something back to the community. So thank you for being here. Very much appreciated, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.